saw. So I try to.
What's up with him? Like,
but of course, that's still homie. That's still.
yo, what's up with you?
What's good, bro? What's up, bro?
No, you just declined my call.
That make me who I am.
I'm outside, bro.
Alright,
I counted it in there.
This man green hair, but
It feels better to get over instead of
it do. But I think I tell him.
I gotta sit down and I'm about to call you like, yo, I'm outside.
Dad, I want to say like
Count it again.
20.
And I was with my business, so I tell him like, here we out. So like, I left him got to call you like,
Hub City Podcast, man. What's good, everybody? We back again with another episode of the Hub City Podcast. We got a very special person here. You know, some people may just think our podcast is just about sports athletes, any type of basketball, football player. But no, our podcast is for all brands. Right, it's just Jersey. We want to promote Jersey. We want to get everybody that's from Jersey heard, and especially from our hometown. You know, we got Naady Glo with all his Global Air merch from New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Global Heartbreak.
Global. I'm sorry. These are not called Global Air.
It is, but Global Heartbreak.
But these are not called Global Air.
Yeah. But Global Heartbreak.
The Global Heartbreak is the brand.
Introduce my man's the right way.
I'm talking about the shoe right here, Global Air. See, I got mine on, you know, and I wear them all the time. These my favorites, you know. So go get yours. Go get yours.
Ain't match with the outfit.
Yeah, right. It matches.
That's crazy. It matches
because you got a white shirt, right?
Yeah, all you
gotta do is put the shoes on. That's all you gotta do is put the shoes on.
Y'all worry about the wrong shit.
Support your own. But without further ado, man, we got Naady Glo, man, from New Brunswick, New Jersey, man. How you, my boy? It's a pleasure to have you, bro.
Appreciate y'all having me. Man.
Nah, man. You know, we had talks about this for a while, like about having you come on and stuff like that. Being our like first person that's like a brand, have their own brand. Yeah. That's a non other than athletes, you know.
And it's very successful.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people are wearing your stuff, you know. Yeah. It's growing. Your business is growing. Talk about that. What made you start the Global Heartbreak brand? Like, what made you get into like designing clothes and making shoes and stuff like that?
With the clothes, I never really wanted to make clothes. Like, I used to just try to dress different or whatever. In high school, I had an art teacher. She used to tell me to go to college for fashion, but college was never really in my plans. Like, I never really wanted to go to college. I didn't like school. It was just something that I knew I had to do because of my parents. Yeah. With the whole clothing thing, it's really like, you believe in like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
It was really one of those. It was really one of those things, like, just to try to like, I guess, sum it up how the brand started. It was like 2017. A little backstory of how everything happened. It was 2017. I was working at this job, and a dude had stole like $500K from the job, right?
Oh,
damn.
$500K.
He up though. He probably in jail, but he up.
They caught him?
Yeah. They caught him. So they fired everybody. So they fired.
So they let you go?
Yup. Let me go. Let my mans go. That got me the job. And he was my supervisor. Feel me? They did that. And I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Because I was really like, that was for me, my income or whatever. And I was still young. Like, I was like 19. So I was just spending irresponsibly. I was getting money. Like, all my boys had went to college. So I was the one that kind of, you know what I'm saying, had money. So I was just doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff. So when that hit me, I'm like, oh. So I ended up being like 2 months behind on rent. Like, my landlord, like, he was cool about it for me. He wasn't really pressing me. He's just like, yo, like, you gotta get it however. So I'm like, all right. So I had started the clothing brand, did it in July 19th, right after I turned 20. So I did that. Only had $50. So I hit my mans up.
Started a business.
I hit my mans up. I'm like, what we gonna do? Like, I ain't even asked him for me to be a part of it. I was just like, yo, you think this is a good idea? Because this $50, like, I could either put this towards some food or we're going to try to flip it. So we did that. I had like 2 checks that came in. And the checks would just cover the rent. Like, those was my last checks. It would cover the rent. Some nonsense happened where I had to take the checks to the bank teller. And the bank teller gave me the envelope. When she gave me the envelope, it was like $600 too much. So I'm like, oh,
you got blessed.
Take it and run.
You got blessed.
You heard me? I counted it.
You probably counted it 3 or 4
I know.
times. Hold on.
I counted it in there. Like I'm in her office.
Looking at her like,
She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for the inconvenience." Blah blah.
let me count it again, man. I'm not gonna ask you. You sure this right?
Right, yo, I'm in there, and the other bank teller, like, she wasn't trying to cash it. Like, she never like cashed one of those checks. So the other lady, she like, "Oh, like I'm sorry, you know, she didn't know how to do it, whatever." Blah. So I'm like, "All right, like it's cool." I'm counting. I'm like, okay. Count it again.
Like, nah.
And I was with my man, so I tapped him like, "Yo, we out." So like I left and got in the car. He like, "Yo, like why you do it?" I'm like, "Nigga, like they gave me like $600 more." So I gave him bread. I gave him bread, paid the rent, and I still had a little money. So I'm just flipping it. So now we going to like Michael's and just buying like $4 shirts, like, and just doing it like that. Right now, I went to college. My boy, he was from New Brunswick too. He already, you know what I'm saying, he already kind of had a name for himself in college. Like he was the man or whatever. Like he was the party guy. So when I went to college, I was quiet. He kept like promoting it, and I'm like, chill. So he just kept doing it everywhere he went. And I had hoodies, but it was in my room, and for me, I was nervous. Like I didn't really know how to promote it in college or whatever. So he took one of the hoodies and he wore that. He wore like every day. He kept promoting, and then it just blew up on campus.
So that's kind of like how it really started for real, like
yeah,
on your campus and all
like,
that.
Yeah. It got lit in the city. It's kind of because like I ain't gonna say like I was known, but like I was cool, and then the people I had around me was cool. They was athletes, so it was kind of like I was already known. So when I started it, it was already like I kind of like used my popularity to my advantage.
Yeah.
And that's really how I started, because it wasn't necessarily like that it was something crazy that people wanted or whatever. It was really like a support thing. Like, all right, we're gonna buy this because it's Naady.
Yeah, you but like you know how some people really just started for the money.
Yeah, nah, I ain't started from money. I started because I was down bad.
I feel you though, but like, what's your purpose though? Like, what's your purpose going forward though? Like, how do you see yourself?
My purpose, it's still the same goal. Like my clothing brand is to tell a story. I mean, when I started, I told my story. Global heartbreak is about for me being heartbroken, not just off a relationship. The first thing that comes to mind is somebody gonna be like, "Oh dang, like a relationship."
Who broke your heart?
Who broke your heart? I've been doing it for 5 years, 5.5 years. So that's the only thing I get. Who broke your heart? Broke your heart. But it's really like it could be anybody. Like I know I had a lot of friends that, for me, I had a dad and they had the opposite of me. Like they had moms.
Yep.
They ain't never had no dad. So I'm like, man, like that's weird. Like I kind of was like the only situation where it was like I had a dad. I had a stepmom. She took care of me since I was 2. So she was my mom. But like that real motherly love that you want there, it wasn't there. So my story is just to be like, oh, like it's global, like it's everywhere, like not just in this country, not just in this state.
This happened
everywhere. So it was just to spread that story. So through my clothes, I put I would express myself, just what I go through and stuff like that, with like
through
images, through the designs and
that.
everything. But then it got old because I was doing it for so much years. It was kind of like, I don't know, like it was expressing myself, but I was dwelling on certain situations. It was kind of like depressing. Like I was putting on clothes, everybody was rocking with it, but I was like dwelling on situations and stuff like that. It was like, because it was in my, like I'm bringing the designs and everything life and it's in my face. So then I just started to tell other people's stories and just do stuff like for other people, like, oh, like me and you sitting here talking and you go through something. I'm like, all right, word. And it ain't like I stole your story or whatever.
Nah, you just
like,
really made a way for everybody to connect to it, basically.
And I push it out, and that's what I just be doing. And sometimes, like, I got away from explaining things. Like, I'll let people, like, try to understand.
Yeah, you do explain a lot.
And, like, the hoodies, I put an image on the back of the hoodies, and I let people interpret it the way they want to. Like, and I got, like, I feel like I got a lot of backlash because people said that I didn't put African-American women on the back of the hoodie, but that was the point. In the back of the hoodie is 2 females in a relationship, they're kissing, but their faces are covered, and they're light skinned. So, who are you to tell me that those are not black
women?
people?
But they gotta be dark skinned or something, like.
So that's why I stopped explaining it, and it was funny because I do a lot of stuff on purpose, because it's like, how you don't know those are black women? Their faces are covered. They're lesbians. They don't want, they want to express their love. They're kissing. But they don't want to come out. They don't want to tell people. They don't want to show their faces. And that was somebody else that was very close to me situation.
That's a global story. There's so many people in this world that are not comfortable with their true identity or their true selves. So like you said, who is somebody to tell you all that you need to put dark skinned woman on it?
Yeah.
A black female is a black female. It doesn't matter what color she is, how big she is, how small, how tall. A black female is a black female.
And I was doing a lot of events like vendor events and everything in New York. I was doing a lot in New York, and then I kept getting that like, oh, you know, make them black. Like when you come back and you make them black, like make them sisters. They kept saying make them sisters. You know, I would have supported if you made them sisters. And I had like talked to a lot of people, and I'm like, how you know they're not sisters? And when I explained the story, then they like, oh, you're very smart. And that's the same thing like art and stuff.
There's
like,
always a story.
When you go to a
art.
museum, like you gotta interpret the way you interpret.
The way
like,
you want.
He not there to really like
tell you how it look.
I painted this because of this. Like you gotta take it for what it is.
That's the thing about art. You interpret it the way you see it.
So so I'm just like, you know what? Like I want to sell it. You know what I'm saying? You want the money. You want to push the story or whatever. But it's like, you know what? If you like it, you like it. You gonna buy it. You gonna buy it. You take it how you want to take it. Like I really don't want to express it, but.
Everybody's vision may not be the same though. Like if I look at the back of that hoodie, I might think about it like, damn, like it's just this a different type of scenery. Like whatever thought or whatever vision I get, it may be mine. Like you said, you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
You buy it. You know, like there people who they feel entitled because they're spending their money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But if it's a bigger brand, nobody like you can't contact.
You're not calling Nike asking them why you got this on.
You can't DM them. You can't do nothing. You just gotta buy it. So and I was getting, cause I'm a smaller brand. I get so used to like explain it. I had to like start trying to carry myself like I was one of those brands. And it's like, all right, now you know me or whatever. So now it's like I'm coming off Hollywood because I'm not responding or I'm not explaining something to you. But I was giving people so much access and all of this. But it's like, yo. Cause I believe like everybody started from somewhere, so yeah. But at some point, like 6 years, you doing
gotta
it.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, it started to get draining. Like
Then on top of that, some people may like you can explain something, but some people may take it as, oh, that's about to be my next idea. Like I'm about to do that.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Now we talk about global heartbreak and the clothing. You had hoodies, shirts, sweatsuits, ski masks, drawers.
Yeah, I did.
Where did global air in the shoe come from? Where did that come about?
So that came from. That's a story with that too. So my man's Sneak, shout out to Sneak, he a designer, graphic designer. I've been working with him since 2018, since I was a sophomore in college. I mean, I met him because me with art, like I told you, that's the way to express myself. So I was going through some tough times in college. So I had him, and I was like, can you make me some art? Like, I'm going through this. So he made me, if you, I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all ever seen it. It's like, y'all know my bear logo?
Yeah.
So it's like half the bear, half me. And he made it, and I'm like, that's really how I'm feeling. Like, so the bear logo is like, let's remind yourself to don't lose yourself. And you know what I'm saying? He's sewing his head back onto his shoulders, like, always keep your head on your shoulders. So the time I was going through a real depressed time in college. My sophomore year, like, it was bad. Like, I wasn't going to classes, nothing. And I feel like I was losing myself. So I told him to make that. So it was half me, half the bear. Like, I am the bear. Like, that's what it's really about. Like, I feel like I'd be losing myself. And everybody, I feel like everybody go through times where they lose themselves. So I worked with him. Now we're gonna talk about like current time. Last year in February, around like, I'm not gonna say February, before that, he did a contest with somebody. I'm not gonna say their name. He did a contest with somebody for sneakers, and he lost. And we came to find out after we did this shoe that the dude, he worked with somebody more popular that had a fan base, that had everything, like an artist or whatever. So they ate off each other. Like, he ate off of her fan base, she ate off of his fan base. He worked with her, she won a contest. But then all the smaller artists that lost got their designs stolen. So you still use their designs, they just lost. Like, and they so small that you can't, like, they don't have a voice to be like, oh, he stole my designs, oh, he stole this, he did this. So I took one of his designs, and I told him this now. Like, I went behind his back. He made a shoe. It was called, like, it was like a New Jersey Turnpike shit. So I went and was trying to find manufacturers, and I went through the same process, finding manufacturers, like, for clothes. I did the same thing with shoes. It wasn't something that I knew how to do, but I was like, all right, if you put time in or whatever and research, you'll figure it out. So I'll hit manufacturers. Some of them told me they couldn't do it. So I'm like, dang, whatever. I hit him one night, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. He like me, like, he just be up. So I hit him, I'm like, yo, if you design me a shoe, like, I get it done with Push Your Art or whatever. Like, he like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He like, what you want to do? I'm like, I just want to push your art. Like, I feel like you mad creative and you don't get the credit or whatever or whatever. And there's people that he worked with on high platforms that, you know what I'm saying, don't give him as much credit that he deserves. And
that's how it is sometimes, though. Some people like somebody bigger than you may want to bite off of your shit.
Yeah.
You would never know. Like,
And I'm small, so
Yeah.
like you don't really have a voice over them.
yep.
Like and they got fan base, they got a bigger base to you. Somebody's
Niggas
gonna
like, yo,
take
he capping.
exactly,
Yeah.
and then the story
Yeah.
done. So
Yeah.
it was really to push his story. So we got on the phone. I'm like, yo, let's do this. He like, do what? I'm like, he like, what you want to do? I'm like, we're gonna do a college dropout. And he's like, oh, we talked about it. He like, yo, that's crazy. And we just connected, like, because Kanye was one of his favorite artists. And me, like, when I used to go to school, like, elementary school, I used to have, like, a CD player. And I used to have it in a little North Face fanny pack with the headphones on. And I remember that was, like, my stepmom, like, she had, like, Kanye West, like,
Favorite
graduation.
albums and all
So
that.
that's why she put me onto Kanye West. So, and that was one of my favorite albums by him. So we connected with that. So I'm like, all right, like you got full creative control. Like I ain't had no control over nothing for real. It was just, yo, do this. I'm gonna push it. Like I'm gonna put whatever, however much it is to get me, I'm gonna do it. And he came back with the shoe, the college dropout. And for me, I loved it. It wasn't nothing that I seen that I had to really tweak. So when it comes to that shoe, 100% he had creative control over, like when it come down to
Details.
the details, the heart, the needle. It was no like Naady created this, Naady had to say that's that.
It's just
dude.
your brand.
It's my brand. That's that dude artwork like all over. For only thing for me I had control over was probably like the Kirby's, which was our second shoe. I want to be more involved or whatever the case may be. But the college dropout, that was him, like dude, mad creative. So that's how that really came about. That's just really me. Like that's my man, just trying to show love and support and
As you
and push that.
Get back to
push
your
that.
home. Like you see yourself making more shoes, or like where do you see yourself? Like where do you see your brand going up and going? Like you know how some like you started with clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many pair of kicks and all of that you sold, but like has your shoe business grown to like where you could be like, all right, I could consistently make shoes and still make clothes and be good.
Yeah, but with the shoe thing, it's so risky, and you know, cause Nike's suing everybody.
Yeah.
So it's
What's the
mad
nigga
risky.
name that they sued? I think he from Jersey.
Yeah,
Like
he
the
from
lightning
Jersey
strike
City.
shit.
He but that's
Who?
that's who like was doing the contest.
Did you know he got like the
Kai.
the air? Yeah, Kai.
Yeah,
Cool Kai.
Yeah, he from Jersey City.
What he do?
He got that
Everything.
shoe.
What shoe?
Oh, I like that. What shoe?
I'm being dead serious.
It's like a it's like an air shoe, but on
Air
the,
shoe, like Naady shoe, like
What is he talking about? What is this guy talking about?
It's like an Air Jordan, my nigga.
he got like a shoe like you.
I guess so. You ever seen it?
I'm being dead serious. I never
Nah,
heard.
Why you seen this shit?
Nah, he do.
I'm being dead
It's like,
serious.
bro, it's
though.
like a
It's like a one.
it's like
but he got a
a
lightning
it's like a
bolt.
one, but yeah, like it's a light. It's like a lightning bolt.
It's him and dude Omni. I think he's from Philly.
Nike sued that motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, his shit went like
but they big like they.
Yeah, his
they
shit
He got a
big.
big name for himself.
Hell
yeah, his shit like nigga athletes like famous people wear his
Yeah,
shit.
mad athletes. He got like ties with like
His
all
shit,
of the rappers
his shit.
and all of that.
He got sued by Nike though.
Oh damn!
I don't know
that.
what the lawsuit was.
I ain't know that. I never heard of him though before. I swear to God.
Him and then the dude Omni. And
Shit,
Hellcat.
talk about how far has your brand reached around the country or the globe? Like I know it's just not in.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I went through my
Jersey.
So my website has a contact list like so far. It doesn't have a lot of contacts. It has like a little over 200. And I went through the contact list or whatever because you could send out like mass text messages, mass emails like, hey, we're dropping these hoodies, we're doing this or whatever the case may be. And I went through it. I had a lot. I didn't know this. I had a lot of LA, Florida, and Texas orders. Like I really like. I guess I didn't really pay attention to stuff like that, but LA, Texas, and Florida.
You know anybody from out there?
Florida, yeah, my cousin moved to Florida, and like two of my boys moved to Florida, but like the areas, it wasn't like the areas that they were in. And then Texas, I just had like a follower. She had copped a hoodie off me in 2019, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying, expect to have that many Texas people from her copping that one hoodie in 2019.
That's love though. She was probably wearing it. Tell people where they got it. I got this from.
Yeah. She was like a nail tech, so I'm sure like
Yeah.
she showed
Yeah.
love like.
But nah though, being from New Brunswick, you know, a lot of people may think like, oh, kids from New Brunswick don't have the creative mind, the creative idea.
Yeah.
And like of course, every kid from New Brunswick grew up doing the typical thing: playing sports, basketball, football, baseball, whatever the case may be. And then after that, it's either you going to college to be a pro, or you're a rapper, or you outside. Feel me? So, being from this area, you know, how were you able to beat the odds? You know, because of course your life wasn't easy. Of course you've been down a road before. You know. So like, talk about that though.
Don't lie either.
What you mean don't lie? What would I lie about?
No.
What's up, buddy?
Be capping.
Keep it a buck. I just wanted to be the opposite of what I had growing up, and I mean, my family had a name for themselves on both sides, my mom's side and my dad's side. So I didn't want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a part of that. So the life I chose was just like things I seen. So you don't see me smoke, you don't see me drink, and it's not because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a party pooper, I don't want to do it, whatever. I've tried it. It don't make me feel good. I feel like I could have fun, get lit, be the life of the party without, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, I was a designated driver. I was a person that support people when they were drunk. So just off of the strength of having that role, it's like, all right, yeah, we go to a party and I get lit, then what we gonna do? Because you already assuming that I'm not gonna do nothing and I go get lit. So just seeing certain stuff, like traumatizing things, you know what I'm saying, from people being shot, like family members.
Because in New Brunswick, you're like a lot of like people may think like, oh, it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
That shit becoming a terror zone.
Like from people getting drunk, doing things, drugs. So it's like I don't want to take nothing that's gonna potentially have. That's why even like when it comes to like having a headache, like I won't even take an Advil. I won't even.
I go to sleep.
I won't even take an Advil. Like that's how traumatizing it is. Like. So I just wanted, what I wanted for myself was like the complete opposite of what I had or what I saw. So I try to, you know what I'm saying, have a positive role, whatever. But of course that's still homie. That's still a part of my life, who I am. But that make me who I am. Like going through all of that or whatever. So going through that. Like I was saying, I was dwelling on situations or whatever. It's mad draining.
Yeah.
But
it feels better to get over instead of just...
It do. But
it's hard.
I think I texted my dad, I want to say in like 2015. No, I texted my dad in college. So this was like 2017, my freshman year. Me and my dad got closer. And I texted him, I think I was crying. I was like, bro, like my man had got shot 5 times. I was like, that was my best friend. And then I had another best friend. Like, they both my best friend, my childhood friends. I grew up with them. They both got shot at the same time. One got shot in the leg, like, twice. And then the other one got shot 5 times. So, like, I was ready to, you know what I'm saying, crash out and give up what I had, like, went to college for and everything. Like, to come back to the hood. Like, for what? And, you know what I'm saying? I texted my father, I was like, bro, I'm like, why does this keep happening to me? I'm tired or whatever. Like, tired of going through this. And he had texted me, like, bro, like it's okay to like dwell on it. Like all of that you're going through is what makes you the person you are today. So
break you.
The person I am, as far as like being a mentor for me, a brother, all of that. Like I could have been excuse my language. I could have been a shitty brother if I didn't go through that. So I'll be looking at it like, damn, like being a mentor and being able to go through all of this. Like I be feeling like when like I had a kid text me before I came in here or whatever. Like. All my kids that I mentor, they able to call me, hit me on Instagram, like whatever, because I know the mentors that I had growing up, I got them on social media. I can hit them whenever, so I treat them like that.
Like the Quans and
so
all
I
that.
exactly, I can hit them whatever for anything or whatever, and like even like have them pull up on me, or I'll pull up on them. Like I give that same thing to my kids. So being able, I feel like I be having the best advice because I'm young, I'm only 25, but I be feeling like I done went through so much that
you know so much.
So when they ask me, it just be like off the top of my head. So being that like I went through all of that, like it's just a plus.
Yeah.
It's just a plus for nobody want to go through it, but you know what I'm saying? When you born into this world, it happens. You can't pick and choose your parents.
You can't at all.
So whatever happened.
Cause I know for a fact, like I know your crowd, your group, like you know I'm younger than y'all, and I've been, I've been around y'all. Like I done kicked it with you, Samad, Maurice, all y'all. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a part of y'all group, but I've been a part of y'all group. Like kicked it with y'all, go out to places, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, ball, all that.
Yeah, like that's a like if you talk about a good group of people, like that's a good group of people.
And that's another thing. That's what made me for real. Cause when like Samad, that's my blood cousin. Maurice, that's my best friend. But when you look at like who I am, I wasn't this person. Like I had charges at 13.
Yeah.
So when I had came back home and started to be around them, I was like 15. So
Not tough.
no.
Nah, this real shit.
No, this real shit. No, I'm not tough. I'm not, and I don't want to be tough either. I had charges for me. I made a mistake. I had to start charges when I was 13, and when I came home, I was like, all right, I'm gonna play sports. Not necessarily that's what I want to do. Like I was really into boxing and cross country. Like and basketball, that was like I like individual sports. Like I didn't like
Cross country though.
No, cross country was my thing. But that's because when I got sent to a program, my options was limited.
Bro, you play any sport in them programs just to do something.
To get out, to not to be locked up in there or whatever. Like, and then you get rewards for doing stuff. Like, so I was doing anything cross country. The dude that did cross country that was there, the love he was getting it, I'm like, oh yeah. When he left, I'm doing cross country. So then when he left, I was the man. So that was my thing, like individualized sports, like boxing, cross country. That was my thing. So then when I came back home and was doing a team thing, and was doing dumb stuff, I had Samad and Maurice that was like, oh, like we trying to go D1. So that bullshit that you doing, you can't come around. So that's what shaped me. Like, all right, this who I want as a friend. My cousin, Samad really like my brother. I really can't explain that relationship. Like we so close, but it's like, all right, bro, if you're gonna be around me, you can't do this because we trying to go D1. So that shaped me, and eventually, like being there every day, going to study hall every day.
You're gonna adapt to their life.
So now all of that stuff that I was doing, all of those people went away. All those people died, got locked up. So then I just had them. So then it just became on some like I was on in a positive light. I was doing sports, and then like I guess it was like that because that was my group. It was just like, all right, this group is known. This y'all circle is known, popularity, and then that was just it.
And it was the cool group.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like you weren't around anybody that, and like you need people around you that's good people though, and that want to see the best for you. Like everybody that you kick it with.
Facts.
Don't always want to see the best for you.
Yo, and so we had a group chat, and I feel like
I used to be in that group chat.
Which one?
Like
nah, this was a high school one. It was called the chat.
Oh no, I was in it. I was in the one when y'all added like Z-Man and like all of them.
Oh yeah.
After that, eventually after that.
Now we had a group chat called the chat, and it was kind of like the football team for in high school, and it was like.
Wait, so high school was when you first started playing football? You didn't play Pop Warner?
I played Pop Warner. I played for the Indians.
Oh,
word. But like I said, I got in trouble at a young age, so.
That's when I'm, bro. When I met Naady.
Oh, don't do that. Wait, listen.
He probably was playing Indians before we got there.
Wait, let me explain. No, because I know what he gonna say.
Niggas be trying to clown me, yo. You from North Brunswick? You
I got
Indian.
a waiver.
You an Indian? I got a waiver.
Hold on, you never
got a
played for the
waiver signed
Raiders.
from who?
You dumb?
When you ever play for the Raiders?
I wore number 19. I played 2 years of flag.
Can I explain myself?
Nigga, that don't count.
What? Nigga,
Unless you play some tackle.
I'd have played tackle there, but niggas move.
But can I explain myself?
Go ahead, bro.
They ain't have a midget or a junior midget.
What, you was older cell trying to play with little kids?
What you mean?
New Brunswick ain't have midgets or junior midgets, so you
had
had to play with the younger kids.
And I couldn't. Like, my age and my weight. Like,
Wait, so who you play with?
Coach Kenny.
I know.
Kenny?
Damn, so that was that.
So look, Coach Kenny
peak
showed
year.
love. Look, so I got a waiver signed, Miss Rochelle. Everybody know Miss Rochelle.
Uh-huh.
She signed the waiver. I came to North Brunswick, and my dad was on some. I mean, this is me, 13. Nah, this is me like 12. My dad like, oh, you want to play football? You got to buy your own cleats. You got, because you know when you play football, you got to pay. You got to pay. And this is me, 12. Like
That nigga's about to be one of the kids out there with shoes on. Shoes on the turf.
So it's crazy. So my dad like, you want to play football? You gotta pay for all that by yourself. Like, you want to do that? Go ahead. Like, and it's kind of like what shaped me today too. Like him doing stuff like that, not giving me nothing.
Yeah.
So like, you want to go play for North? You want to figure out how to get this? So I'm like, what? So I think he ended up paying for it. Of course, like either him or my stepmom paid for it. But then the cleats, I had bought like one of cleats out. Whoever was selling the cleats out of the trunk at Pine Street, one of the coaches,
Coach Van Loo,
caught the cleats out that went to North Brunswick. Coach Kenny picked me up every single day.
Coach Kenny would pick a motherfucker up. I'll tell
Every
you
single
that.
day.
He still do that.
And this is like my first year playing football. Like,
You got the rubber bottom cleats?
But yeah,
Oh,
rubber
man.
bottoms, bro.
He was a rubber bottom boy.
Rubber bottoms.
Alright, bro, I was.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He was in high school though. That's the fucked up part.
That was 1 year.
That was the fucked up
That
part.
was
He had
1 year.
He had on the Sharks.
Hold on.
Look, them shits was rubber bottoms and they had a strap. Leaning.
Lean.
Leaning.
Only reason why that happened, I can explain that. You feel me? Because the reason why I had the rubber bottoms, I was playing JV. Fuck, I need to look all good for to
I
play
had
JV.
rubber bottoms too. I wasn't that old though.
Nigga. But when I was on that varsity field, niggas ain't gonna tell you my cleats was looking full. Or how I looked on the field was looking full. Yeah, when I played JV, I didn't give a fuck how I dressed for a varsity game. I wasn't about to get in.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nah, but
Man,
yeah, Coach Kenny
rubber
picked me up
bottom,
every day,
man.
bro. Coach Kenny picked me up. That's how I got into from the football.
And you started playing basketball in high school, or you started?
Nah, I played basketball in the program. I played like what's that, like Hoop Haven?
Oh, word.
I played there or whatever, and it was because they drove us, like they took us off campus and they did that. So I was doing whatever, feel me? And then they had like intramural sports, and I was there for EM. So that was emotional management, anger management. Like they wanted me to control my anger issues and my emotions. So they would like, this is back then. They would do stuff like make you do intramural sports, make you do like flag football, make you do basketball, right? And then I said like, I don't play basketball, like I don't want to do that. They would tell you, oh, this part of your treatment, like this part of your anger management, like being in a group setting, playing basketball. So if you don't do this, you're not going home. So I got forced into playing basketball. Like I never liked playing basketball. Not like I was like I want to play football. Like I was trying to be the first person on campus to be able to like go off grounds and like play football. And they wasn't letting it happen or whatever. So I was like, I had to settle with basketball. This is what got me outside my room or whatever. Like, so that's when I got out. I went to the high school and I played basketball, but it wasn't nothing like, oh, I was younger and I played basketball. This is my thing. It was really like I was forced into doing it.
Did you ever develop a love for it though?
Yeah, because then I really didn't have a love for football no more after that. It was just basketball.
And like not for nothing, like it's not like you turned out to be like some ass basketball player.
Yeah.
You're pretty good, like you could play.
Ooh, I could ball. Don't do that, yeah.
He could hoop,
I
bro.
could hoop, bro.
He never give nobody their credit because he think
my
he nice because he scored a lot.
No,
of
I
Yeah.
seen a nigga play basketball.
He's not, bro. He
On
can play,
concrete after months, like in that same day.
I seen.
Oh, at Pine Street?
I was thinking it up that day.
I seen a nigga play basketball.
That same day, I went to LA and asked her what I did. Maurice told you when we left LA what I did. When we left Pine Street.
Just saying, I
was
seen
thinking
you
it
play.
up. I was thinking up that day. You was there.
I was there.
My knees was hurting. I ain't ball for
What
that
I see with
long.
my eyes is what I determine.
So one time. So somebody see you score 2 points, you ask for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm asking till the next time they see me play.
Okay.
Outta here,
I guess I'm gonna be.
So my word no good.
I go hoop,
No,
bro.
nigga, you ass too. I'm gonna take a word from an ass person.
Wait, hold on. If I'm asked how you nice.
I'm good.
If I'm asked how you nice.
I'm not nice no more.
If he killed me,
If I'm asked how you nice.
I did the opposite.
No, nigga. If I'm asked how you nice.
I
did the
can
opposite.
hoop, yo.
You
can't hoop.
B, this
Yo,
nigga
we
don't
cross
bro,
my
this-
right
bro,
now.
This
That's
nigga
why
don't want
I
to give
can
nobody
hoop,
their
right?
credit, bro. He'll never
I
get
can hoop.
nobody.
I give credit.
Get nobody their
I
credit,
just
bro.
gave Brian credit 20 minutes ago.
Nigga, if I'm asked how you nice,
Cause I did the opposite of what you did.
which was
Which
what?
is what?
I ain't bitch, I ain't complain, and I hustle.
Okay. So that made you nice.
Yo, he killed me. I can hoop.
So me never kicking your ass, making you cry, and make you nice?
No.
He made you who you are
You made me
today.
a, you made me a
What you talking
competitor.
about?
Nigga made you who you are.
You made me a competitor. You ain't sitting.
If you could beat me, you could beat anybody. That's a
See?
fact. That's a fact. If you
I
could beat me,
I can beat you, but I can't beat LeBron James.
Nah, nigga. LeBron can't beat me. LeBron gotta play me first. Real shit, man. Real shit. But nah, though, you know, I'm very happy though. I'm very proud of like how shit going for you though, bro.
Appreciate it.
Like, you know, cause we from the same area, man. And you know,
Come on, bro.
we from the same area. To see somebody from New Brunswick, to see somebody from our own doing it and making it big is very, very good to
He
see.
rich.
Who? Stop saying that, bro. You say that all the time, like,
Naady Glo rich.
nah. I wish. If I was rich, I wouldn't be out here.
What are some other things you thinking about expanding though to your brand? Like, are you thinking about adding some sportswears and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah,
See, we was talking about that. I ain't
I
think
definitely looked into.
See, back in the day, man, you know,
I definitely.
I used to be like, yo, Naady, yo, make some headbands, get some sleeves and shit like that.
I wasn't
But like,
there yet, bro.
But he wasn't there yet. But
still,
now,
I was still like creating stuff myself, like in my dorm, in my room, like making stuff, and that joint just was a hassle, like.
because I know
entrepreneurship.
Yo, but it was
No,
everything
bro, it
was
takes a lot.
because I didn't have a brand. I
Yeah,
had
you
like
just had a name.
I had a name, and it was everything was customized. So I made a hoodie. Everybody wanted this. Everybody, and it became a hassle. So then I just started to. I had to sit back, rebrand, and then make it to where it's like, all right, I put this hoodie out. That's what you get. If you don't want it, you don't want it. So I can establish myself as a brand because everything else was just customized. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. Oh, I want this on there. And some things I couldn't do. Like they wanted me to do the impossible. And I'm like, nah. And then I was still in college. So it became a hassle. So I'm like, all right, I sat back, rebranded, put stuff out, and it's like,
I know
right.
you was going through a lot because
what?
a few times when you used to come back home, like we live pretty close. So like when I used to bump into you, whatever. I remember one time, boom, you feel me? I just bumped into you. And I took a ride with you to the mall, like, and I remember like you was trying to get you remember that? Remember what was it, EB Mall? Where you was trying to take your shit to? Mm-hmm. And the dude had his like own little customized store or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
And I remember how they was doing you in there.
Be careful with the contracts you sign.
I know how they was doing you in there.
Be careful with the Pete. I mean, not all business is good business.
No, yeah.
Talk about like contracts and LLCs and.
Yo, be careful. Well, you said contracts and what else?
Like LLCs and shit.
So yeah, you definitely want to get an LLC off the rep. Trademark your name for real. Well, logos you can't trademark them because they're logos, whatever. So you gotta patent them. So you gotta do that out the strength. Especially if you young and you black, they love stealing our ideas, our creativity. Contracts, be careful. I was young. I'm still young. I'm still learning the business, but with that, I signed a pretty legit contract. It wasn't for me, nothing to it. It's just the person I was dealing with wasn't good for business, and I didn't know his
side
backstory.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at, it's East Brunswick Mall. I got my stuff in the mall. I didn't even have a clothing brand for this long, like. So I was just beasting to do it.
Cause I know you had to take a couple trips up there.
Yeah, but listen, I had dropped color block hoodies and it went crazy. So what I did was I sold my color block hoodies, I sold all I had, and I was like, yo, the last color block hoodies is here, like I don't have no more. So it brought traction to his store. So I put the color block hoodies in his store and I put other clothes in his store. So when I did that, the hoodie sold out. So the contract I had was like basically like not when the hoodie I get all like 100% of my money off of the hoodie. He added $10, so he keep $10, and I still get like what I was selling my hoodies for.
Yeah.
So the people who go on really just paying the extra 10 or whatever the case may be, and because it was the last hoodies, it was kind of like made people like, all right, whatever, like it's the last hoodies, I ain't gonna be able to get nowhere. And everybody know me. When I drop, it's limited. I don't drop that again. Like it's done. Ain't no more when it's coming out. When you restocking, it's over. So people, based off people knowing that, whatever, they went there, they bought stuff. So the way our contract was, if I can remember, it was something like
cause that shit was years ago.
Yeah, it was something like at the end of every month on this day, like let's say at the end of the month, 27th, I get all my money. Then the next month or whatever, I put more stuff in there. At the end of that month, whatever money I got, I get it. And there's receipts and everything, like. So end of the month had came, nothing. Hit him. Hey, what's up? I give him another month. I'm like, all right, it's cool, whatever. That way, next month, like I'm gonna have some bread now. Now it's double. It's 2 months. Yeah. So I wasn't really tripping over. I was just selling hoodies or whatever. And I can't remember if like I was in a bad situation in college, because you know when you in college, you go through like broke times, you hungry, all that. Like I can't.
I'm starving right
now. Starving. So I can't really tell you.
Starving right now.
So I can't really tell you if it was a time where I was down bad or something, but because I can't remember. But I know I end up hitting him like, oh, what's up with the money? Like, so then he started to like say out of pocket stuff, like out of pocket stuff. Like,
dude, get the fuck up, man! Get the fuck out of my face,
Dude told me, yeah, I'm gonna get it on this day. I'm like, work.
Wait, so that was after me and you went there?
Yeah, cause now we talking about like it's in there, like.
Cause when me and you went there, he was coming like in a few days type shit, right? Or what can I remember? And me and you talked about it in the car and shit too. After that,
it was kind of like when me and you went, it was kind of like when we sell it, we gonna send you money. Like, so I'm like, oh, all right, word. But then when I went and signed the contract, it was at the end of the month we changed, and I was like, all right, that's cool. So when I hit him and I was asking for money, he like, oh nah, like we didn't agree on that. We agreed on at the end of the month. And I'm like, oh, cause I know when me and you went. He said, so I'm like, all right, we're like, sorry for the misunderstanding, blah, blah, blah. Like, I went back, looked at the contract, I'm like, okay. So, that was that. So then when I, you know what I'm saying, started asking for the money, he started saying crazy stuff like, my bank burnt down.
Oh, that type of crazy stuff.
My bank burnt down.
I thought he was coming reckless.
No, he wasn't coming reckless. The Wells Fargo burnt down. So I'm like,
oh, shit.
What?
So I'm looking at, he was from Newark. So
there's more than one Wells Fargo, my boy.
Right. But I'm doing stuff like this. Newark, like I'm looking at I'm trying to see what Wells Fargo burnt down. Like, no Wells Fargo birthday. So I'm like, it's mad Wells Fargo.
It's mad Wells.
You can't go
Bro,
to
you're
another
not.
Wells.
Your money
like,
not getting stopped just from one Wells
one
Fargo
Wells Fargo.
birthday.
Then I start to be like, yo. So you know what I'm saying? Wait a couple days. Start hitting him, and it got to the point where not responding. I'm not getting my money, but my merch is sold.
Yeah.
And you have a store. So then I start to see he opened up another store in Philly. So I'm like, yo, you opening up another store? Like, you put money into other stuff. Where's my money? Where's my money? And it's not like I'm keeping it real with you. It was nothing over $1,000.
Yeah.
It's low much. So I'm like, yo, like, what's up? So I made a post, like, and I'm like, yo, I usually don't do the internet stuff or whatever, like airing people out, like, and especially because he was a black man, like I was big on like, all right, you got a black business, I got a black owned business, like I ain't gonna shoot you down.
Need to know that.
I ain't gonna shoot you down. So I started to make posts, and when I made posts, I started looking at my views, and at this time I didn't really have like thousands of followers for real, like nothing crazy. I probably had like a couple thousand, like not like how it is now. So when I started looking at my views, I'm like, when I started to look at what they were all sneaker resellers. So I'm like, that's weird. Started to look at the insights, look at the interaction. There's people sending it. So then my DMs start going crazy. Don't do business with him, blah, blah. Yo, this dude did business with him. He could sign for this much and do so all his shoes or whatever. Didn't get a kid no money. The kid was 18. The kid, his dad had to take the dude. Like, everybody was telling me the same story. Like, yo, this dude and his dad had to take him and sue him and go take him to court because he can sign for shoes. They sold his shoes, didn't give him the money. So I'm like, damn, that's kind of like my situation. So I'm like, damn, like, you really spend more to sue than, you know what I'm saying?
To make it in your pocket.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to sue. Like, I'm going to spend more to sue you for a couple $100. Like, I'd rather just not. Yeah, I'd rather just, you got it. Like, I'll never do business with you, air you out. Maybe that's not really what I want to do. But, and I started to get all of those DMs. So I'm like, yo, what?
How did you get out of the contract?
I got out of it. I told him, like, straight up, like, once he seen the traction, he seen it blowing up. He said something, but I never seen what he said because it was like a mention, and then it got deleted. So I never seen what he said or whatever in response to it. He blocked me. So when he blocked me, whatever, like, I think I had his phone number or something. I had a homegirl that worked at like the jewelry store, like one of the like little jewelry stores that was by his thing.
Like a little kiosk.
And she was cool with him, and she was the one who really got me like, oh, go talk to him. Like I told him you had a cool number or whatever. So I hear her like, yo, what's up with your man's? Blah, blah, blah. Like, so she came down on him like, yo, like that's my man's, and you supposed to be my man's. Like, how, like, why would you do this? So she came at him or whatever. And I think I had got his number from her or something. So I hit him up. I was still in college, so I hit my stepmom up. I was like, yo, go get the rest of my stuff in that store. Like, go get all my stuff and get the money. So when she got the money, whatever, I was like, send it to me. And she sent me the money. I'm like, this short. She's like, this is what he gave me. Like, she cashed at me. I'm like, this short. It was nothing crazy. It was like $20. I'm like, but it's still short. Like, it's still my bread, still my profit. So I'm like, whatever. Took it as a loss. And that's the thing with like business, you're gonna take losses.
You're gonna take more losses.
There's no like you just winning. Yeah. And another thing is, I like to show my losses. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I like to do the videos on social media. I like to say like, oh, I did this, I did that, because I like to keep it real. I like to be genuine. I like to say like, all right, yeah, I took a hit here, or I tell you like, yo, this didn't sell good. Like, but a lot of people not gonna do that. They gonna, oh yeah, we lit, blah. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna tell you like, yo, this sneaker didn't sell good, bro. And I'm gonna tell you off of my learning experience why it didn't sell good and what I know and whatever. Like, I keep it real with you. I keep it 100 with you, and I always like to talk numbers and stuff.
That's true, though. That's how it's supposed to be, though, bro.
So even with that, I came home. I'm like, with a bag of stuff that clothes that was in his store. And you know, like I said, at this time I'm manufacturing stuff, so all my stuff is limited. I'm not putting it out again. So it was really like important stuff that like people wanted. It was one of like. Some of the stuff was like never gonna get made again, so I was like, I really need that. So I'm like, where the bag is? She's like, oh, it's over there, or whatever. I get the bag, looking at stuff missing in the bag. That wasn't labeled as sold on the contract. It was labeled like all the hoodies sold. So I'm seeing sweatpants sold. So I'm like, where the stuff? So now you shorted me $20, $25, or whatever it was.
And then you still selling my stuff.
Yeah, and then you still selling my. So I hit him like, yo, where's my like? I'm gonna check in the back. Never got back to me. Took it as a loss, whatever. Never did business with him again or whatever. He was at an event in the summertime. I did an event in June. He was at the event or whatever. It wasn't really. I don't got no bad blood. I took it as a loss. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do business with you. We can't ever do business again. But you definitely gonna come across some losses. But for me, the young business owner or whatever, I said, one thing is be careful what you sign. And another thing, if you lit right now and you got some type of high school popularity or whatever, use it now while you in high school, whatever. Even if it's, because my brand wasn't all that, like I had shirts ripping in the beginning, like, because I was bleaching them. So they was ripping, all type of stuff. So whatever you're going to go through, trials and tribulations, go through it now. Because once you go to college or once you out of college and you're trying to, I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start selling this, I'm gonna make hats, and you're trying to create a name for yourself, you already kind of washed up, you already lost a name. So take advantage of the popularity, the people around you, and the name you got now. If you a high school hooper or you ball, whatever you want to do, you want to be creative and you want to do something outside of that, I'm telling you, use your name now. All right, your popularity, like,
that's a fact.
use what you got now. Like, and I was old, so I feel like I was old starting. Like I was 20. Like I had just turned 20 like a week ago when I started my brand.
Yep.
But I had the right people around me, and I was still kind of popular.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna use it. And I went to college or whatever. But when it died down, and you know what I'm saying, like when you out of college, out of high school, and people want to post their highlights.
Yeah.
Bro, that died down. Like don't nobody care about
Nobody
your.
care about that no more. That was 10 years ago.
Kick return. I know a dude that still posted a kick return from 09. Like, bro, give it up. You got like 3 kids. It's over. So it's like, yo, take advantage of it now. For real.
That's a fact though. So you won't ever have to regret it, you know.
Facts.
But like I said, being from New Brunswick, being that hometown kid, being the person you are, it's definitely great to have you around.
Yeah,
it was definitely great to have you on as number 2, because we connect well because we from the same area.
We know the same people. It's
we all go through the same thing, but in different ways.
Yeah.
But like I said, our podcast isn't just about for just athletes. It's about all Jersey. It's all for Jersey. All Jersey brands and every field. It was definitely a great interview to have my boy Naady Glo on here.
Appreciate y'all for having me, of course.
But we're gonna work again. And the next time we work, hopefully we're much bigger than what we are, and you're much bigger than what you are.
Whatever y'all need, like going forward. I'll be talking to this dude like every day.
Yeah, but he don't be relaying to me on everything else.
He be swearing I be like coming down on or whatever, and I be trying to be real or whatever. I don't know if it be coming off like
you might be. I am sensitive.
I just like he.
I asked him like
sensitive.
I asked him like you know what I'm saying, what y'all want to do like.
No sensitive.
I definitely get into this.
He coming at bitch critiquing first.
I ain't coming at critique. And this hold on, we gonna get into that. Everybody was coming down. He ain't see nothing to nobody. I said, yo, why you coming crazy at me? Like I asked him like, y'all, what y'all want to do? Like y'all want to stay in here, or do y'all want to eventually like have a studio, have a space where it's just y'all? Like I was asking him I was legit asking him like, what you want to do? Like, what's your vision for like what you see? Obviously, you don't want to just be here.
I think I told you leave me the fuck alone.
I'm like, damn, like everybody else, he's like, nah, you coming in this bitch critiquing.
Leave me the fuck alone and play the game.
I'm like, yo, but everybody else saying something, but it was a real question because obviously, like me, I don't want to sell shirts all like. So I was asking him like, cause I feel like sometimes I be making things just about me, and I just be talking about me. So I had caught myself like, I be just talking about myself. So and y'all DM me and ask me like for me to be on y'all platform or whatever. Like y'all want to help me. So it's like, why am I not helping y'all? So I start to ask questions like, what do you see out of this? Is this something you want to do? Like, and then I start asking. Then we had the whole conversation about like the only athletes thing. Like, yo, like get some people from the city on there or whatever. And that's when we kind of came down because we like, yo, ain't nobody from the city on there. That's why I understand. Like, bro, he coming off like, yo, you don't even know what we got playing. Like, y'all just talking. So I understand that part. Like, you don't even know what me and my brother got. It works.
I mean, as far as us working, we got a ton of interviews piled up. Yeah. But I want to definitely grow and expand. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being
we want
here.
to take the shit out of Jersey.
But the way I see it, I feel like we could blow. We're definitely going to eventually get our own space. We're going to definitely get a team. Right now it's just me, Brian, and Ion.
Yo, having a team is like the hardest part, bro. I've been in this like 5.5, like July 19th to be 6 years. I still just got myself like when it comes down to shipping, doing everything. DMs, like all the customer service. It's still,
imagine how much your life would be easier if you did have a team.
Yo, I tried. Like
I'm open for business.
It's I don't trust people and friendship ruin business ruin relationships. Yo, like for real. And that's why like I try to like communicate as much as possible, even with my shoe. You know what I'm saying? With the designer, I try to communicate as much as possible. because you don't want him feeling some type of way. Like, that's why I try to, you know what I'm saying, send my flag. If y'all see me, yo, all right, this dude got 100% creative control. Like, he did this. Like, I'm coming on here telling y'all he did this or whatever. Like, because you don't want nobody feeling no type of way. Like,
that they not.
He ain't giving me my credit. Like,
and especially in the world we live in now.
I always give the next man, because I don't never take credit from another man, but
definitely in the world we live in now, though, everybody, seeks that credit. But like I said, though, we definitely want to help you grow, and we want to grow too as much. We're definitely going to grow though. Anyway, we got some stuff in the work, so I want y'all to.
You talking about merch?
Oh yeah. Eventually though, like I feel like once we grow, I feel like that might help us grow more too. By start selling merch and stuff, I want to get into shirts and like hats and shit.
That's
something
easy.
Small.
That's easy. The merch easy. I'm gonna tell you what. It's gonna show you stuff. It's gonna show you who really mess with you, and it's gonna force people to it's gonna force people hand. Cause if you say you mess with me, right? Or all right,
and I fuck with you for a while, and it took me a minute to and like you said. The supporting part, right? Yeah. It took me a minute to grab something for you. I was one of those motherfuckers that were bullshitting your DMs like, yo, I'm about to come grab something in 2 weeks or so. Yeah, whatever something may happen or whatever.
He was born, man.
You feel me? Too. But I was in high school, bitch. I ain't had no funds.
See, I had the funds, but then I was spending on some food.
Dropping sweatsuits for I started at 85. I think that was good. That's a good
That's
thing.
green.
And that was in 2018. Now we in 2023, and my sweatsuits only 100.
If you think about it, though,
I didn't really
140, 150.
Yeah, you was in your 20s dropping sweatsuits, so you expect other people in their 20s to be able to
spend $20 money.
But listen, back to the merch thing. Y'all got y'all podcast, right? And let's say y'all drop merch, y'all drop long sleeves and hoodies, right? And everybody that say they love y'all, they support y'all, they family or whatever, it's gonna force their hand. Yeah. Cause if they not copying nothing, on top of not like reposting y'all, it's gonna show you like, alright, nah, they really don't feel me. And it's not about money. It's not. And I tell people all the time, it ain't about money. Like, even if you in my DM bullshit and you won't, I don't care. But you got 1,000 followers, you got 4,000 followers, yo, post me. Cause them 4,000 people that I don't follow gonna see it. So it ain't never really about the money. Yo, at least repost me. And you repost me all the time, like, so,
that's one thing I could do is press the share
button. Like, why not? So that's why whenever I see like y'all doing something, whatever, it's on my TL or whatever, I repost it or whatever. Like, even when y'all said like a team, I'm like, yeah. When I was at work, I was reading, I'm like, man, I feel this. Like, I don't got no team. That's why I reposted, because I got videographers and photographers, whatever. They ain't on my team.
But that's just people you pick up here and there.
And that's they good people.
Like B, he our main recording guy. It's just like he in college.
Yeah, he got other stuff. Yeah, he can't always be here, so you don't want him. The fact that y'all relying on him, and that's putting like a strain on y'all because he can't always be here. Yeah. Now y'all like, all right, bro, we gotta wait till he get back, like, to shoot this. And then the person that y'all trying to do, like, they running around or whatever. Y'all can only catch him at this moment. So I understand that. But it's gonna force people.
But I don't want nobody to like hop on our bandwagon once we blow. Like,
but that's what's gonna happen.
You see me posting it. You see me posting it now with our few views we get.
But we need a team. You don't want that, but you can't say that.
Yeah, we can't control it.
You can't control it. That's what's gonna happen, because you gonna get lit in the city. Boom. What about the people in LA? But you gonna say that to them? Oh, no, hop in the band, we lit now. Yeah. They didn't know you.
Yeah.
And then another thing I had to learn is, I used to say like, oh, he dick ride me. Oh, he gonna, you know what? You can't say that either. You know what it is? Bro, you really inspire people. So you can't really be like, we was the first people in the city to do. Cause I was the first person in the city to start a brand like, they dick ride me, this and that. And you know who shut me down? Samad. He was like, yo, you can't take it as he dick ride. He's like, yo, you probably really inspire him, and it's crazy because you'll inspire grown men. You'll inspire people that's way older than you. You'll teach people that's way older than you.
To believe in themselves.
You know what I'm saying? So I was taking everything like, yo, they ain't riding my bandwagon. Like, I was the first person in the city to do this. He's still this. And then Smart said that, you know what I'm saying? DM dude, have a conversation, and it's really like, yo, you inspire me. And I'm like, damn. So you can't jump the gun and go on social media and be like, yo, he dick ride. You know what I'm saying? Getting your feelings to go on your story and be like, who's the first people to come in the city to do it? You can't do that. You really out here inspiring
because
people.
I ain't gonna lie, there's like a group of other people in Jersey, and that's close to us, not like close to like physically like close, like but like they're like in the next town over. They're doing a podcast too, like obviously. They see they're not doing it like off sports and all of that stuff, but they're doing a podcast. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's none of it. No.
But talk about that off camera, man.
This, like, you feel me? I felt like I know we inspired them because before I felt like we started our little thing, it was really nothing going on for real with podcasting that I seen from New Jersey. So like, if you see anybody doing something, then that means they did it after us.
I feel like
Their platform may be bigger though.
Yeah, but I feel like because of Kenny, Miles, and the people y'all like play sports with and been around, it's gonna be mad easy. Y'all gonna be able to touch a whole bunch of different platforms just off of, you know what I'm saying, the people that y'all got around y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all never been in no negative light or whatever. Like it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be real easy. So, but yeah, with the whole like don't dick ride when we on them. That's what's gonna happen though.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And you gonna hear excuses. Oh, I ain't see it. Like people be saying, I'm like, yo, I post every day, and I be looking at my
Nigga,
videos.
I seen you see it.
Yeah. Oh, I just clicked past it. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm
You
saying?
seen these bright ass colors.
I posted the video at 100K views. What you mean? You ain't one of those. Like, you not one of those 100K views from the city.
Yep.
And then you look at all the people that reshare, repost it. You like, there's no way you didn't click on that person's story. It's like you seen it. That's what I do. With y'all, like we could talk about that like marketing or whatever. Like when we done.
Oh yeah, we definitely because you're more business. You got that business mind.
Yeah.
You know me. I got it too, but I ain't really as all the way into it. For real.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. Like how you are. You a step ahead.
Yeah.
But you know, that really concludes this episode. You know, it was good, man.
Facts.
Good interview with my boy Naady Glo, New Brunswick's very own, man. Global Heartbreak, man. Go check them out. We out of here.
Instagram, Twitter,
All that.
Like, comment, share,
all that
report.
shit. Website, ghbtakeover.com.
You feel me? But we out of here, man. Hub City Podcast.